Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the trades that I took on NASDAQ or NAS100. This is a pair that I haven't traded in a while, so I'm not that familiar just like I am with gold. So it's something that I have to get used to the movements. And since this is like an indexed pair, which is the 100 like top performing companies of the S&P 500, it moves like stock. So 930, there's a lot of volatility on the closures, volatility, and it'll operate like stocks. And what I want to touch on is these trades that I took. First off, the first thing that I have to say is I just believe I had very good risk management on these positions. And another thing is I did feel like I over traded a little bit. As you guys can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions in the last 2 days. And I feel like the reason is a little bit of anxiety on trading a new pair and trying to figure out how it works. And is this something that I want to be trading for the next couple of months? Yes. And the reason is I believe we are just overextended. If you look at a chart, you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weekly candles, 7 green weekly candles in a row, and we just keep pushing higher and higher on the NASDAQ. So it's something that I either want to look for a swing trade once we have an opportunity, or very like today, very high volatility trades, right? And just getting them in the right time. Now I did these areas of interest right here, but the main focus on is gonna be right here. So if we look at it like this, actually I'm gonna have to go back. This was yesterday. If we look at it from the yesterday chart, we basically had made a new all-time highs on it, and I was waiting for a pullback to this area right here, to this 29,395. So anywhere, if we could pull back to this area, would be nice, right? This is the recovery for tomorrow. We had this huge drop. I think this was around 600-point drop. Yeah, 480-point drop, and then we recovered. And so I was looking for just entries on it, right? And let me take this off. And I had my first basically trades around 6 p.m. at night, and then from that moment on we just pushed higher to my area that I wanted to touch, and then we just boom reversed. So my first trades, I want to drop down to the 15-minute time frame. As you guys can see right here, I had a couple of trades on this area. So this whole area, like right here, was when I made a couple of wins, couple of losses, and I did end up with 1, 2, 3 losses and 2 wins. I was negative a little bit on this, like in drawdown on my account in this point in time, but I had recovered from here. So this is the one that I have here is the 2.6% win, and the largest loss was around 5%. And like I said in the last video or so, if I have a 5% loss, is already big. That's already a big loss. I want to maintain the losses like 2.5 and below that. And then another thing I want to touch on is I did think I overtraded a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. Yeah, that's too much. And having a 5%, that's also too much, because the risk management, I need to have at least, if I have a 5% loss for a 1-to-1, I need to make at least 5% back. And for me to have a 1-to-2, I need to make at least 10% back on a trade. So either I'm risking too much or I have a big stop loss, right? After that price, this was during the night. So this was 4:30, 5:30, 4:45, 5 a.m. We hit this area that I wanted for us to hit right here. And because of this area is a supply area, we push down. And then right in the morning around 6:30, I entered for another position, stops above these highs right here. And around 8:15 or 8:30, I think it was around 8:30, we started to push down. Once we started to push down, I decided to close this position, making 5% back, 5.4% back. So this position was very good. And staying on the 15-minute, I'm not gonna go to the 1 hour time frame, but we just, as you can see, push down right here and started to move back. Now, if we look at it from a break and retest perspective, we move high, area of supply, we come here first, and then we push lower. And since this is another area of interest, all that it makes sense is for us to that this is a retest area to create new lows. So this is exactly what happened. If we look at it, going back to the 15-minute, if we look at it, it is exactly the same thing. Hold on, like right here. We broke below, made that retest, and then once we have this retest right here, I decided to enter again. The risk was pretty good, wasn't too bad. And so this position, actually I entered twice. So the first time I entered a little bit higher, like right here, but 9:30 was coming. So this is 9:15. Yeah, this is like all without like 15 minutes. 9:30 was coming, and I know that we have a lot of volatility around it, and so we started to push higher. I got a little anxious, closed the position at around 1.8% loss. So after that, I looked at it again and decided that once we had a break of this 15-minute candle that I had just closed the position, we would enter again. So I entered again right here. Boom, stop loss above this previous candle high. Make sure it's a like tight stop, and then we just started to push down. Once I saw this candle like melting, we moved back a little bit and then started to push down again, and then I closed right below this like low right here, and then yeah, that was 7.4%. So this is what I was talking about, having larger wins with tight stops. All right, so total was about 4.6% on the day, and this is just on NAS100. So I'll make another video on the gold trade. And yeah, if you guys like the video, click the like button down below and subscribe for more.